I'm once again back with another video here that I want to talk about the living standard of America. Now there's been a lot of outcry and outburst of Americans crying and regretting voting for the government. Now have you noticed that just living in America feels expensive? Rent, grocery, gas and healthcare. Everything is skyrocketing and people wonder why so many Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Here is why. First, housing costs are out of control. Big corporates and landlords keep buying properties, flipping them and driving rent through the roof. Second, wages don't match inflation. Yeah, we are told the economy is becoming, but if your paycheck hasn't grown in 10 years while prices keep going up, it doesn't feel like a boom. Third, healthcare. America is the only rich country where getting sick can bankrupt you. Medical debt is one of the leading cases of poverty here in America. And finally, there is about corporate greed. Companies raises prices way beyond what's necessary using excuses like inflation, when in reality, profits are at records of high. So the high cost of living isn't random. It is a systematic. It is a mixture of capitalism, lack of regulation and policies that protect corporations instead of working people. That's why so many Americans say, I work hard, but I still can't get ahead. The high standard of living cost in the United States is a multifaceted phenomenon rooted in structural economic policies and even the systematic inequality. 1. House marketing dynamics. Urban cooperative real estate speculation and even the restrictive zoning laws have produced soaring house costs, especially in metropolitan areas. Home ownership, once the foundation of middle-class stability, is increasingly untenable. Stagnation wages versus inflation. While productivity has steadily increased since the 1970s, wages for average workers have remained largely stagnant. This wages productivity gap means rising costs are not offset by rising incomes. Now, healthcare systems. The private healthcare model in the US contribute disproportionately to household expenses. Unlike university system in Europe or Canada, America bears heavy burdens of insurance premium, co-pays, and drug prices. Educational debt. The student loan crisis illustrates how the pursuit of upward mobility through education paradoxically traps many in long-term financial precarity. Corporate pricing power. During and after the pandemic, corporation exploited inflationary narrative to justify price hikes, increasing profits margin while workers absorb the burden. In some, American high cost of living reflect not merely market force but policy choices favoring corporate interest over social welfare. This is all I had for you in the video, because not only the white people are actually crying, it is also the black people. A lot of workers are being laid off. A lot of students are actually crying that they cannot afford to pay the loan. They cannot afford to pay the house, the car, everything, even the grocery are actually expensive. So let me know what you think about the video. Then I'll try to, as much as possible again in the next episode, to try to get why are so many people crying here and there. Yet they expected the government to actually solve these problems.